Hello, guys. Welcome to the fourth episode of No Ball Podcast. The quarterfinals are over. We are going to analyze them, and also we are looking forward to the semifinals as always. This is the same panel. I'm Siddharth.
Hi, I'm Chiranjit.
This is Gaura.
Siddharth Junior.
Hey, Aviru here.
So I hope you guys must have watched the quarterfinals. Very interesting ties here and there. So let's start analyzing them one by one. Let's start with France versus Morocco. Gora, your thoughts on the match?
Yeah, France versus Morocco was as expected. It was a clear case of attack versus defense, as Chiro mentioned. Morocco was unlucky because France had Mbappe and Dembele. But if you see, Morocco did defend well. The first goal that came from Mbappe was a sheer individual brilliance. That was kind of unsavable. So, Morocco did their part well, but then again, we discussed France being the overpowered team they are. Yeah, that was expected because, as Avirup also mentioned, they will pull out goals from anywhere. They have that capacity, so we cannot rule them out. And it was a kind of expected, but I expected Morocco to score at least one goal because Brahim Diaz was in a good form. Unahi was coming from a very good performance, and then Bodadi was average. Average in that game. Yeah, it was just it's a good game, but again in the favor of France. So yeah, not much to analyze, but yeah,
Chiro,
I
your
think
thoughts
I think
on
Morocco
yeah.
was really bad in attack. I don't
yeah,
think they even attacked. They were just passing up to the third half. They were really good, but then in the third half they were just even the counter attacks and in transition they're just waiting for the team to join for France to set up defensively. I don't think France and the defenders had to do anything. Morocco were just slowing up the game in the third half and not even trying to just put crosses into the box or do any sort of attacking pattern. They were just
we,
clueless
we,
in
we
the
got
third half.
a lot of flack for saying it's just an attack versus defense. So I hope people watch the games this time
Yeah.
without really jumping to conclusions. I think I have some stats over here. Like Morocco only had one shot on target, and that wasn't even a big chance. It was just
Hmm.
a shot on target. So I feel like they were very very limited in attack and pretty much
yeah,
very very comfortable. France never really were troubled, and
Yeah.
I think I think the midfielders had a really good game. Manu Kone has been really good this World Cup, and uh, I think Roma have
I mean,
increased his prices. Like they have almost doubled his transfer value now. So good luck to the teams who are trying to buy him for the summer.
yeah.
And
To
Mbappe,
have 52% possession and one shot on target is disgraceful.
and yes, the difference is very clear. France is having 28 touches in opposition box, and Morocco having eight is teams do 8 touches in opposition box in the first 30-40 minutes itself, like if they are an attacking team, but but the stats are like attacking stats are very abysmal, to be very honest.
I think
But
it could have
then
been more as well because France missed a penalty. Otherwise, I think
Yeah.
it would have been more. It was probably the easiest quarterfinal among the four, and
Just adding to Chirag's point, right? I think Morocco was pretty lucky to just get away with the 2-0, right? I think it could have been 4-0, 5-0 had Barcola and Mateta taken their chances.
Hmm.
Bono
Yeah.
saved a few, penalty was missed. I think it could have been 5-0, 6-0 towards the end of the second half as well. So
But then,
France,
on topic of the penalty, do you think
yeah.
the referee delaying it so much was the reason Mbappe missed? Because there was some unnecessary delay because there was no point on what were they checking. It was a clear penalty.
They,
it's rigged.
they're
It's
checking
rigged. The World Cup is rigged, bro.
a Rabio possible handball at the start of the sequence, and Mbappe sort of leaned into it. Yeah, it was a
Yeah,
penalty, but you could say he also dived. I mean, if you do slow mo, then
yeah,
a
yeah.
lot of
I
stuff
mean,
will look like a dive, right? So,
but then for VAR to overturn a decision, it has to be clear and obvious. It was not clear and
yeah.
Yeah.
obvious to overturn the penalty. So I don't think what they were checking because the handball incident was checked within the first 30 seconds. The dive was like potential dive was being checked for like what a minute.
Yeah.
But then there was some delay for like 2-3 more minutes, and like Mbappe had to reposition the ball as well. I think, in my opinion, that played a part because of course, it's a World Cup quarter final. No matter if he is dictator Mbappe or whoever he is, he will still feel
Hmm.
pressure.
Yeah, and with the passionate fans Morocco has, that also do create a pressure, no, like the crowd and all. And when on-field things are aiding to your distraction, that becomes really difficult, in my opinion.
But
And but hats off to Bono, like
yeah, exactly.
what a
What a
goalkeeper,
player!
like
Yeah,
What
yeah,
a
he
beautiful
is an
batsman.
incredible. He's an
yeah,
incredible goalkeeper, man.
like he saved so many penalties. It's crazy.
I
Mm.
mean,
Any thoughts on the World Cup Mbappe is having? Because he I think if we look back at the last two World Cups and this World Cup, so it's his third World Cup, and every World Cup he has played a different role. Like the first World Cup was he was
Hmm.
playing off Griezmann and Giroud. He was more so coming from the left. I think in last World Cup he was, although he was mostly on the left wing, but it was like he was more closer to Giroud. Now he's the main man up top, and with all these fluid players around him. So any thoughts on him really shining at the World Cup stage? Like it's been three World Cups and
He's an
three.
all-timer, man. I think he's an all-timer player.
Yeah,
Genuinely, I think he would end up being the greatest international player when he retires. I mean, if he keeps going at this rate, uh,
Yeah.
that's just such a crazy player. I mean, the
Uh,
individual brilliance of scoring that goal, even having after having getting marked by Diop, right? What a curl on that shot! He's creating
He faked
chances.
his shot really well. He used
Yeah,
it
yeah.
as a shield, and then
And
yeah,
another thing that I would really like to credit Mbappe is, dropping deep, trying to press, trying to win the ball, something that he was getting a lot of flack for not doing at Real Madrid. So I don't know what Didier Deschamps has talked to him or has
I
infused in
mean,
him, but I
I
distance for
mean
think,
Real
it's
Madrid.
I mean it's clear now that he does not want to play for Real Madrid. It's just
Yeah,
you
I
guys don't
mean,
excel.
Oh,
he would rather bench
like
Real Madrid
I am
and
I am
Liverpool, but
really
it wasn't just talk, by the way. There was actually a stat, right? Outside of goalkeepers or even within goalkeepers, Mbappe has what less defensive contribution
yes, yes.
in all
And
top five leagues. I think goalkeepers and Mbappe were ranked very similarly. So I think yeah, he's playing. He plays differently for France, yes, but
Yes.
yeah, like
because he
but
cares about the national team, he does not care about Real Madrid. They are not making him the dictator there.
the
well,
dictator
like
gave it
that's
dictator
what I
at
was going to say. Like I am looking forward to how the dressing room will shape up with Mourinho and Mbappe.
I
Like
hope they fall out.
who, yeah, who will obey
That
whom?
will happen. That will happen sooner than later, but
Yeah.
let's
If
see.
if the, if they fall out, who do you reckon goes? Is it Mbappe or Mourinho?
Yeah, Mourinho for sure, man. I mean, you have an all-timer generational player with Mbappe and a world manager.
no, I think
So, what are you willing to
I,
do?
I think Mourinho will surprise you guys. I think he's really good at managing big egos. I
Egos,
don't think
yeah,
Mbappe
for
has
sure.
such a big ego also. Like the dictator,
No, yeah.
obviously, it's like a meme. I mean, he has like obviously some control,
No,
some like
I
ego,
don't think at
obviously, but I don't think he's like an actual dictator or like anything.
no,
So I think
but
Mourinho will surprise you
I
guys.
mean, that.
I don't think at Real Madrid Mbappe is having ego problems. He just does not like the players.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
Vinicius is more of the ego guy. I think it
Yeah.
just happens to be, and
Valverde,
although
I think, also has had that personality since last season.
Jude has that personality as well. So everyone,
I think Jude Bellingham is just a performative guy, which Mbappe hates.
yeah,
Mbappe is,
probably.
and that is why Mbappe does not work to do defensive work. He's like, run, Jude.
भाग
Go
तू
Jude.
भाग मिल
That being said, I think France had a complete performance. Like defensively, they were good. Attacking
Yeah.
wise, Doué, Olise, and Dembele did their work. Dembele is having a
Do
very good
a,
tournament as well. Like thoughts on Dembele?
Yeah, like that is going on under the radar. Like I won't say it was underrated performance, but yeah, due to Mbappe, Dembele was going under the shadows.
I
Like
mean,
yeah, like
it's a good performance, but Mbappe is the one
yeah.
Running the show.
doing decisive, being decisive.
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
and Mbappe and Olise,
I
they like
think Dembele is. I think Olise is the second best player
yeah.
after
By far.
Mbappe. Like, and they are like 100 times better than others. And you can make a case for Kone, Saliba, and others to even be on par
In
and as important as Dembele.
can
Kone
you
was
see
so
the
good.
stats of
Kone was
Yeah.
so
Olise? I just want to check the stats
I
of
mean, you won't see
Olise
it
against
in
Morocco.
stat, but he's like so important, and I'm finally happy we have like a
proper
proper number
creator.
10 who
Yeah,
can
yeah.
dribble, who can create chances, and he's very unselfish.
Yeah,
He's really
Like
good in this role.
that is completely fine. I just had that thought ki my Olise was kind of cold against Morocco. Like he did not have that impactful game because
Yeah.
I think Mbappe and Dembele had a very good game as compared to Olise.
But
Yeah.
if you
So
look into the entire World Cup, I think Olise is that feeling comes that Olise is not doing much, but I think he is the one orchestrating a
Yeah.
lot of attacks.
Yeah.
he is very effortless with all his techniques and all the passes. Matlab, I love him.
I think
Like
he's driving this ball into the third half, right? And then the fullback and wingers could be making the final assist and
Yes.
all.
he is
But in
creating those
terms of
pre-assists kind of no, like he is
yeah,
creating those pre-assists.
But then are we thinking Mbappe finishes with the golden boot, irrespective if they win the World Cup or not?
Yeah,
yeah,
Yes.
the way
Yes.
Argentina
He's
is playing, I guess yes.
he's like the top scorer right now, right? He's
Yes,
level of
he's
Tied with
he's
Messi,
he's,
tied
he's
with
tied with
Messi.
Messi at 8 goals.
But
But
goal contributions, Mbappe has more.
He
Like
has
yeah,
more.
Mbappe has
He has
11
more.
goals,
Yeah, he has
assist.
more assists.
uh,
That's why he's on top.
and Messi has nine. Yes, nine, 10. He
I
has
think
two
we should
assists.
also give a shout out to Upamecano and Saliba. They have been
yeah,
easy
they've
to
been really
the
good.
best centre back partnership in this World Cup.
Even Rabiot played well. Rabiot
Yeah,
and Cornet were fantastic. I mean, they were incredible. France are, they're not playing defensively. They're pushing their line very high. And yet you see Rabiot and Cornet absolutely give it their all to win every time France
Yeah.
lose possession, right? They're very quick to recover it and recycle it into the wings or into their left backs or right
And
backs.
yeah,
I think they're doing a
I
very
think
good job.
Rabiot the longest serving player under distance, probably right? Since
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Euro 2016.
Should be, should
I
be,
mean, you
should
can
be.
see why distance likes him so much. I mean, people have been saying to drop Rabiot for other midfielders like way back, right? Since Pogba,
Yeah.
Kante, they used to run. But I think these sort of players are really underrated and managers love them.
and I think he
Rabiot,
was hyped at. I remember when we were in school, we used to hear about
yeah,
Fabio being
Verratti, Rabiot, yeah, yeah.
He had this failed transfer to Barcelona, I think. I think after that he completely went under the
Both
radar.
Verratti and Rabiot both had a
Yeah.
failed transfer to Barcelona.
Yeah.
And at
yeah,
the
Yeah,
time,
one
he,
both were playing
more.
for PSG.
yeah.
When they
Yes.
were playing. But just one more thing to add, regarding Morocco, what Siddharth discussed in his prediction that he is expecting a Hakimi winner, and I at least kind of like supported that because. But what happened with Morocco that Brahim Hakimi overlapping was not happening. Like
Because they were not like attacking only. Like I think
yeah,
that is the
exactly.
reason Morocco lost as well. They just stopped playing their natural game, which was like
Do,
countering.
Yeah, like
do you
there
think
was
it
no
comes with
overlapping on their part.
they thought that they could not defeat France like mentally,
Yeah,
or
I
Yeah,
think they
they were
respected
I
mentally
think
France
they
too
were very
much.
defeated. Yeah.
afraid. Like I mean, you can still counterattack. You can still. I mean, you're bringing the ball to the third half, and then now you are clueless. I mean, you're playing for
I
top
mean,
clubs and have so
I
much
mean,
talent.
this is something which Morocco will fix by the next World Cup. Like they have improved so much, but the
Yeah, they
mentality
are
is one
improving
thing.
every.
I think they
I
were
don't
scared
think.
of France.
I think 4 years is a long time. You will
Yeah.
see half of these players playing there in the next World Cup.
Yeah.
You
Yes, I
might
mean,
not
I don't
know.
think Hakimi won't make it, right?
Brahim made Digne look good, man.
So
Yeah.
Denny actually had a good game. Denny had a very good
Yeah.
game.
I
That,
mean,
Going forward
everyone can have a
also,
good game if they're not attacking all the defenders.
yes,
Can
no,
have
that's
a
I
good
that's
don't,
game
I
also.
that's
don't, I
that
don't
is de
think
facto.
Kunde, Digne were challenged enough to say that they had a
Yeah,
good game. They, like
exactly.
Exactly.
everyone
Yeah.
had a good game for like you can see the ratings. Everyone is in green because
Yeah.
everything they did was just
they
basically
had
pass
nothing to
about
do.
themselves and
Correct.
attack. So
Hey,
nothing
If
to
the
defend as well.
I think if the Hakim Ibrahim overlapping would have happened in more frequent, like in more frequently, Digne would have been challenged. But why they switched off that part
There
of
was
the tactics completely, I don't
They were
understand.
very slow at transitions, right? They allowed
Yeah,
France
very
to,
slow. Yeah, they were moving the
get back to
ball
the
very slow.
defensive formation. Yeah.
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 And if you have noticed, you would have seen many times Morocco would have had the ball, but like Hakimi would still be in his own half. Whereas in other
Yeah.
matches, I would have seen like he would be as high as the winger.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were very conservative in their approach. Like in a quarterfinal game where your
Hmm.
fate lies in
Yeah.
your hands,
I think it
it would have
happens.
been more
Maybe
attacking.
that's why they were also slow in transition. Maybe they're afraid of getting hit on the
Yeah,
counter.
they're afraid
And
to
Yeah.
taking
Hakimi
risks.
obviously afraid if he goes farther up the pitch, right? France will attack. So I think they were just very afraid and had a defensive game plan. But I think at some moment in some of I think the game was over when it was 2-0. But obviously, you need to at least choose your moments, right? When you need to attack as a
I
team.
mean, even when they were 2-0, they were not trying to attack. I mean, till
Yeah.
90 minutes or so. After that, they thought maybe let's put a few balls into the box. But again, that was too little, too late.
Let's
So
move
So,
on.
do you think
And
it is a manager issue or the player mentality issue?
I think they just accept that they are inferior to France.
Inferior to
yeah,
France.
They
Yeah.
just respected them too much, and I think
Maybe.
that
Yeah.
happens with a lot of like
Yeah.
the
But
teams, yeah,
but
underdog teams, yes.
but
Yeah.
Morocco is a what FIFA 7? Like he's
It
Morocco is in seventh
doesn't
No,
rank.
those
rankings
ranking does
don't.
not matter.
those
Those ranking does not
Rankings.
matter when
At
it
least
comes
that
to.
could have played a part. Ki we are top 10
Ra-
teams in the world. We can
no,
play like
No,
this.
no.
rankings.
Because
Rankings
the
are
lower rank teams
for
are playing
I
bad.
United
mean,
fans. That
no
is not
matter
for.
what rank you are, when you
If you
see
are
Mbappé,
bringing.
Dembele, it's going to have an impact on your mental, and I think that's what
If,
happened.
and if you are considering stats and numbers and rankings, you should support United. That is the only way you can defend Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah, that is how I got like 4 different messages with my name tagged on it on Tillemans post.
Okay, let's proceed to the next ones. The Spain
Hyping up
versus Belgium.
wash players. United DNA.
Spain Belgium thoughts, guys.
Yeah, kind of expected because Belgium was very shit with their attack. They were very bad at transitions. I think apart from Doku, no one even tried.
I will disagree with you that wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
Yeah, same,
I
same.
think Belgium were very good, like in their transitions and everything.
Especially, yeah, till I think the first half
But
they
they
were
were
very
being
nice,
And
very shut
I
off.
creating a lot
think
of chance.
I think Doku was bad. And I
Doku
think
Uh,
was
Trossard should
very
have
bad.
started on the left wing because he was their best player up to this point. Now you're moving it out to play
yeah.
Donku. I mean,
And I think the substitutions in the second half killed the game because they were still
Yeah,
1-1, and then they
Yeah.
were creating chances. Although they weren't being decisive in the final third, but they were still getting
creating chances. Yes.
But
boxes. And then they took. I think the manager took off De Bruyne. Trossard was for some reason like substituted in
yeah.
60 minutes. Then I think De Ketelaere was still there on the pitch, but Lukaku came on, and I think it was
Yes.
just weird. Witsels came on. I don't know why Uncle is still playing, but yeah.
I think they wanted to for it to go to penalties, man. It
The
seemed that
ghost,
way.
And
Yeah.
we
the
should
ghosts of
always
Martinez
reserve
are still
the
lingering.
yeah, we should always reserve the best spot for the United goalkeeper who
Oh my God.
played the
But
biggest.
but
Why?
like literally legit feel bad for Courtois because he was
Yes.
having a good game. But yeah, like very unfortunately that injury
You could
forced him out of
see
it.
the camera looking panning to his face when Lamine
Yeah,
scored.
yeah.
Yeah,
After
I
after
think he could
Merino
have
Typical
scored,
still
yes.
Indian
played. I
media
think he could have
behavior.
still played, and a defender could have taken the long kicks.
Yeah.
I think the manager really respected Courtois and Real Madrid. Maybe he was afraid, but I think he would have still played. You're the goalkeeper. You
even
should still
even
play.
Courtois
United.
himself said that he could have played.
Yeah,
He just would have
yeah,
avoided the long
Or
exactly.
kicks.
or do you think it was captain's decision?
No, it was not captain's decision.
No. The captain, yes, the captain finally took the revenge after 10 years.
That revenge was taken long back. I have seen many reels. Some long range he scored against Courtois and kissed some
Ah,
girl.
yes, yes. In
That
UCL
revenge is
quarters.
taken. No more revenge.
But
But
as always, Manchester United making a mark at the World Cup, so they
Yeah.
should.
Yeah, in all the wrong ways. Yes.
has
Bad
has any
goalkeeping
one
presence, sir.
Manchester United player like played well in this World Cup? I don't think so.
Yeah, actually, right.
Yeah, Tillemans, right?
I mean, I
Yes.
mean,
They had to sign a player
Yeah,
to brag about him, right?
no,
yeah, and
And
Tielemans
same,
is
and
because
same
of
with
Tillemans
Arendt
United.
signing Kukurera.
uh, and Tillemans getting injured in the warm up before the biggest match. Manu DNA.
Yeah.
No, I
DNA
mean,
even before the
like
transfer happened.
coming back to the match, I felt like Belgium had the perfect game plan. Just sit back, attack on transitions, and I don't know, this Catalera is like turning out to be one of the players that I'm liking more and more as much as I watch. Like I would really want him to play for a big club, like move from Atlanta and go to a club where he's playing consistently with better players. Because I like the commentator was saying he's not even a striker; he's like a
He's
second striker.
second
Or
striker, yes.
yeah, so he's not, and he was playing striker and he was doing really well. So, and apart from the mistake, I think if it would have gone to penalties, Belgium could have won. Like they were
Yeah.
not bad in my opinion. And
Not with the
Spain,
Manu keeper, but maybe if Courtois was there.
yeah, of course, like nothing can be done with that keeper. Of course. And like these Manu fans were like Lamens is the best bringing stats. Like Lamens is the best keeper in the Premier League
They,
and
they
stuff.
said what Premier League signing of the season. I don't know who invented those awards.
No, I
Must
don't know
have been
what is
Like
on this guy.
he literally fumbled the first shot targeted at him. Literally
And
fumbled the first shot.
It reminded me of when Kane became the goalkeeper. And he became the goalkeeper for 2 minutes.
United fans say
First
that
shot he
Lamen's
fumbled.
change has changed their lives. He literally changed probably whole of Belgium's lives that day. So can't even disagree.
no, that being said, I think Belgium, to my surprise, improved a lot from the USA match,
Yeah,
like USA
Hmm.
match
yeah,
onwards.
true.
So,
I think
I
even in the
mean,
World Cup they started really slow. I think they
mm,
drew their first game, right?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I think they improved, and they were, but yeah, I think
They were missing a lot of players as well, like Onana and Tillemans. They missed, who are
yeah.
like
Telemans,
their
yeah.
best players in the midfield. And De Bruyne has been old. Like I think he has lost a lot of pace, and he's not the De Bruyne of old.
He
So
has
Yeah,
also lost the accuracy with the pass and all. No, like I was
he is
expecting
washed
at
now.
least in the pressure situations he might get good passes into final third, but it was lacking.
He
yeah,
still made some, like the chance they had. I think he still made a good pass to the fullback, which created the one
Catellar
of the,
goal.
I think, the goal. Yeah,
Gora,
I think.
yeah.
Gora,
Yeah.
your favorite player Pedri being dropped.
I
Like,
have a
no,
lots
wait,
of favorite
wait.
players
Let
from
let me
singling
ask
out Pedri.
Bastia. Let me ask Siddharth Junior, Mr. Bastia. What are your thoughts
Wait,
on
first of
Pedri
all, I
being?
just want to address one thing before Bastia drags me down. I just want to one thing. I think Pedri getting benched was a tactical decision on part of the manager. You can bash me all you want, but in this game, they needed a box-to-box crasher like Ruiz.
They needed a better player. That is end of statement.
Yeah.
And,
Arey,
What do you
Pedri
Rodri
and
mean?
can
Jude
do
are
everything
different players.
Pedri
They
does,
have
right?
different roles, man.
No.
Don't say.
Rodri can do everything Pedri does, and defensively be much better, physically be much better. Why would he
Defensively,
also
Rodri is
play
way much
Rodri
better.
and Pedri
No
both,
doubt.
right? So I think Olmo, Ruiz, and even Torres provide more dynamism in the midfield
Olmo had a
rather
beautiful game.
than
Matlab,
Pedri.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
Olmo
Olmo
was
was
really
very
good.
good. The
Yeah,
forward busts, the forward
yeah,
runs he was getting, and he's very good technically also.
yeah.
The run behind the defenders, the turns he was taking, he was very good.
And the Merino dagger
Yamal
again.
had a very good
Yeah,
game, but
clutch.
seeing
No,
him
no,
in
no,
Barcelona
no,
and
Gora.
Spain.
Wait. Let me finish on Pedri. I have not yet heard
Okay,
Bastia.
okay,
Why
yeah.
are you changing to
I was
Yamal?
trying to double it
No,
down with
no, no,
my
no.
thoughts, but
Let us
yeah, that
finish
is
with
waiting.
Bastia. Please speak about Pedri. The Jude
Yeah,
Bellingham
but yeah, your
comparisons.
thoughts are Pedri.
Is Pedri better than Jude Bellingham?
Someone,
Now is it audible? Now
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
complete.
yeah.
yes,
Now
yes.
it is.
Bastia,
I
yes,
mean,
please.
people. I saw Barcelona fans fuming on social media, right? Even after Pedri was subbed on. So that should tell you everything you need to know about the kind of World Cup he's having. The Supe, I mean, they have two players in the same profile, and I think the Supe was selected to play. That's all that was to tell. I mean, if Gora is that insistent on telling that it was a technical decision, we shall see against France, and if they qualify in the finals as well, if he's playing. I don't think he'll play. Let's wait and
And
I
what about
agree
Pedri
with
versus Jude Bellingham?
uh,
I mean, I don't think it was ever a discussion. I mean, you do a couple of spins against Celta Vigo and people like Chiranjit even, they used to go mad. Like what a player controls the tempo. I mean, if guys have an answer, right? That should be enough.
Pedri's
Should
I
be
mean,
good.
we should not waste more than 3 minutes talking about such an irrelevant player at the World Cup. I mean, it would be a waste of our podcast time.
this is getting out of it. Pedri is not that bad the way you are portraying, but
No,
yeah,
he's
I get
really
it.
good versus Celta Vigo.
No, he was
Yeah,
good.
he is
He
he
is
is
good.
he is Barcelona's Jordan Henderson.
and and I think in the entire Spain squad, he would be the least reliable player in knockouts. Even in UCLs and all, he's always the least reliable player, and that has continued. That trend has continued to Spain as well. So
Would you say that Pedri getting injured was the one of the main reasons Spain won the Euros, because that made Olmo come into the team?
that speaks for itself, na. I mean, he won't play, man. I mean, Pedri injured,
Let's talk
I
about
started.
Kubasi. Can we talk about Kubasi?
It's
Yeah,
fine.
this
We
is
don't
the
need to go
Barca
there.
DNA coming into
Yeah,
effect.
yeah.
No, I think +1 -1 हो गया ना. Pedri का खराब हो गया, कुबर्सी का अच्छा हो गया. So I think
Yamal is there for +2. Okay.
चलो ठीक है.
this
Yamal
is
was good. Yamal was
this
good.
is
I will give him
proper
that.
Barcelona mindset. +1, -1, +2. Gora, Yamal, thoughts?
Yeah, like Yamal, with Yamal, I have mixed opinions
No,
because I
brother.
need.
Now you just 5 minutes back you were saying Yamal had a good game. Now
Plus
mixed
one.
opinions.
Now
Like,
plus zero.
let me come to that, man. What I am saying,
-1.
I expect better from Yamal
Indian
because the
dad.
Yamal I have seen in Barca, I am not getting to see in Spain. He can score goals. He can come into those positions where he can score. I guess even Bastia will agree to me. We were discussing that other day. Like, bro, you are coming to that position, just fucking curl. Just curl the ball. You have got the curl. Just score. Why are you thinking
I
of
think
passing it to
I
someone
think not
trying?
versus Courtois. I think
His
So
controller isn't
the
working.
way
He's
Gaura
not
is
able to
describing
finish.
Yamal, that is how my teacher used to say before JE. You know the math.
Just
Do
score.
it. Just
Just
do it.
score. Yes.
120 out of
No,
120. Just do it.
I get it that Yamal is being marked, but he has been marked before and he has come good out of it. But yeah, like he
But
is
there
a
is a
very good player
difference
and he is
between playing
performing
Celta
really well.
Vigo. This is not Celta Vigo.
Arey man, he was stuck at Celta Vigo. He has scored against good teams. He has
Which
scored
good team?
against France in Euros, I guess.
Yeah,
No,
he's
I think I'll second somewhat that what Rodri I think said after the game, right? I think Lamal is proving, I mean, playing too hard to just prove himself. He's not playing his natural game. I think I would
Yeah,
agree.
yeah.
I think
He's
also it might be like
ज्यादा 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 हो चौध रहा है ना तो
like
वो दिक्कत हो रहा है.
psychologically he's seeing all these big stars performing at the World Cup, so maybe
Yeah,
he
that
wants
will
I
definitely
think
play.
Taking the
I think he's
pressure on
playing under
himself.
pressure. I
yeah.
think he's
He
playing
is
under
taking
pressure.
that
Yes, yes.
pressure.
But I
But
think his
then,
performances have been good. It's not that he's stinking it up
Yeah,
like
it's not
First
Madrid.
like
half, first half अच्छा था. Yeah, first half अच्छा था. It
yeah,
was good.
because he's completing his dribbles, moving the ball
Yeah.
into the third half. He's doing decent passes, but he's losing
He
some
is
of the
drawing
balls.
defenders also. Like
Yeah.
as per his reputation, he is
Yeah,
drawing defenders also. But yeah, that final output is missing somewhat.
yeah.
yeah, I think
That he
last
is
match
expected for.
he was very good, but just not a goal or assist. But he was very good in terms of
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
performance.
But if I can say, like he is still, he can still finish better than most of the players in the squad, but he is not utilizing that. If he gets that mojo back, he will be a very lethal player
Not like
in the
Merino.
coming rounds.
But
Not like Merino.
I mean,
Scoring of Marino. Super
Ah,
sub.
what
Merino,
has I want to
clutch
ask this to
squad,
Apurv.
clutch squad, Mikel Merino.
Yeah, I want to
He's
ask this
very
to
good.
Apurv. What has Arteta done to Merino? He's like, I think he is in his
Brilliant.
Marcos
Oh.
Alonso arc where he just scores goals out of nowhere.
Yeah, but I think when we signed Marino and we first saw him play, there was a complaint that he's too slow. Like
Yeah,
he
he
has
is slow.
composure, but he's too slow. But that helps in the D area because he has so much composure. You can see
Yes.
his goals like he just like he has like 10 seconds to shoot. He's like he thinks about the near post, far post. He has so much time. I think he has good composure, and he has scored for Spain and for Arsenal. And I think Arteta he required someone in the position up top. He is good at heading. He can play hold up ball also. So I think it was like a spark of brilliance from Arteta. And I saw Marino's video actually, and I think these players have like even obviously Marino is not like one of the best footballers or anyone, right? But even his mentality, right? If the manager wants me to play on as a striker, now I'll try to do that, right? Anything to help my team. I
Yeah.
think shout out to him, right? He has been really good, especially he was out for the season, and it looked like he won't start for Spain and maybe not contribute much in the World Cup, but he has done really well.
But that's what Arsenal fans are saying. Like, if he was fit for the UCL final, you probably would have UCL trophy in your cabinet. What are your thoughts?
Probably would have scored that penalty.
Yeah, he would have scored 100%. I think he's really good at this situation. But yeah, anything to not watch that Gyökeres disaster class in the UCL final.
I think the difference
My
between
eyes.
Yamal and like Merino, why Merino is, if you would have seen, he is scoring since we started the podcast. One person watches the podcast. Merino does. Yamal doesn't. Group
And
stage, 0 goals.
would you like change any players in your attacking position? Like, this is for Spain. Like, would you play Ferran Torres in place of Oyarzabal? Because although Ferran Torres has been very wasteful, but his movement and his link up
Yeah.
produces more.
Honestly, yeah, it depends how you set up versus France because Spain up till now has the highest possession, right? And I
Yeah.
think even versus France, probably they will edge out. I think, I had this thought that that Spain will still be the more possession heavy. But if they try to think about it, like maybe they'll try to do counter attack more. Maybe they'll let France have the ball. In that case, Ferran Torres up front makes more sense. But I don't think De La Fuente will change much because he knows from the bench Torres and Merino are really
Yeah.
good subs. So if they control the game, have like a equalizing score up till 80 minutes, they can then again win it, right?
Lapuente completely overloads, the central areas when it gets too late, and that
Yeah,
always pays dividends for them.
yeah,
You have 3v2 all the time, so one decent pass and you're going to score. And
yeah.
that's what I didn't understand about the Belgium setup after 70 minutes or so. That they were not trying to score goals, but they just tried to get to extra time, just like Portugal did, right? And I don't think that will ever work out against Spain
Yeah.
because they're
Yeah.
such quality passers and centrally they are so loaded with
And
Orazabal.
I think with Spain, because they're so used to keeping the possession,
No.
and that urgency comes in late, right? When it's 80 minutes, when it's extra time, and before that, they don't have that urgency. So in the later moment, you see them creating more chances, and just like when Marino took the free kick quickly, and they immediately Ferran Torres passed to Marino. Maybe in the first half they don't make that pass again, right? They don't track that run. Maybe even don't make that run. So I think they're very. I think when it's late, they try to play with more urgency, create more chances even.
Yeah,
And
the
I
manager
guess,
is very good at adapting. Yeah,
and I
manager is
Yeah,
guess,
very good at
very
adapting.
good.
Spain is a like. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I guess Spain is also missing Fermin Lopez because he is one of the like clinical, if not clinical, he is very fearless strikers of the ball. Like
Yeah,
he takes
I
shots from
love
the
that.
outside of the D.
But
Like
then he
he does
would
not pass it
play
much.
in place of Olmo. Like, so you can only play one of
Yeah.
Olmo or
Mm.
Fermin
Yeah,
Lopez.
Fermin, yeah, yeah.
Olmo has
Right.
every time he
But
plays for Spain, I think he becomes.
Olmo is not taking shots at the goal, right? He's just trying to make like he's just trying
that
to
that's. I don't
uh,
think it's an Olmo thing. I think it's a Spain thing. They
Spain
don't
thing,
want to
yeah.
lose possession. They don't want to lose control. They feel having that possession gives them that control in the game, and eventually they will
Yeah.
score. And
Mm.
I
you know,
think
Don't
in the
think.
versus
same
France,
team.
I think that will backfire because Mbappe, Dembele, Olise, one of them will again. I don't think they will wait till 80 minutes to score, right? It has also helped that the Spain opponent they haven't scored till 80 minutes, right? They haven't
Yeah.
been under pressure, and I think France will put them under pressure, and Spain just try to keep that possession and play with urgency in later stage after 80 minutes. I don't think it will work versus France.
I
Like if
mean,
you
is Nico Williams going to play in the semifinals? Because I think that's the only key piece that I
Yeah,
would change in place of Bayern. I
yeah.
think he's a much superior player, provides that pace over that wide channel that Bayern doesn't. So I think if he plays, I think Spain are they're a very potent team.
I think
Very
like
good.
Yeah.
You guys are underestimating Oyarzabal. I like
I
him.
agree. I agree. I mean, he's drawing a lot of defenders away,
No,
enabling Olmo
he
to get those
has.
runs as well.
I think he is just a victim of the Spain possession
System.
system, a system which has a lot of long balls and crosses. Oyarzabal is a better player there, I guess. And I think like apart from his like a very he missed a very good chance. It was against Belgium only, right? The
Yeah, the
yeah
first
the
chance. Yeah.
the first chance only. So I think if in another match he takes those chances. So I think he's being underestimated, and I don't think Spain are going to change anything for the next match. I think they're going to go with the same team. Like the tactics will change, of course, but the starting
Yeah.
11 I think will stay the same.
And I
Maybe
guess
Nico Williams will come
Spain
in.
has it in them because if you remember the last encounter they had, Spain were 5-1 up. It's a different thing that France came close with the three goals in the second half. But like in the Euros semi-finals or Nations League, I'm not being able to remember.
It was
It's
the
all in
Nations League
Nations League.
semi-final.
Yeah, Nations
Nations
League.
League semi-final.
Yeah.
Nations League final.
Semi-final.
Semi.
Semi-final, na? Final में तो
Semi-final.
Portugal था.
Semis.
Final to
Yeah.
England. Final to England. Semi-final, Spain were
No, that was
5-1 up.
Euro. You are confused. But okay. Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, he's mixing it up. No.
Sorry. So like Spain were 5-1 up, and then they kind of switched off, and then France scored three goals in a quick succession. So Spain has it in him to score five goals. I guess they need to step up on the.
Not this team.
Not this time.
Yeah,
I think that was a different France team as well. Like, it was
Yeah.
not
yeah.
Yeah.
this. And I think
No,
Nations League
almost
was only
Olise were also there. Like, just let me check. Like, you people discuss. Let me check with that.
Nations League only Portugal plays seriously.
Because
Yeah.
this is the only trophy they can win. Anyway, no, let's move on and
Yeah.
The next match, the most interesting match of quarterfinals. Abhirup, your thoughts on Norway versus England?
I think it was a great game. I honestly loved that game.
Agreed.
Some of these games have been boring, especially with Spain, but Norway England was brilliant, and I really liked how the two managers set up and what changed from the starting of the game till the end. Like England started with obviously Rice, Elliott, and 6, 8, and Bellingham has 10, right? And then Rice obviously was struggling. He was not even able to beat the first man in those set pieces, so he gets subbed out. And now Eze comes in, and I think that's a downgrade in both positions. Bellingham moves to Rice's position, and Eze moves into the number 10 role, which is a downgrade in both of the role. And I think England then lose control over that match because earlier, what I've seen a pattern with Norway is versus when I saw them start versus Brazil and England. I thought Norway is coming here, setting it up now they're going to park the bus. But what I think they're doing, and I think this is ingenious, is the first 15 to 20 minutes they want to set up the defensive structure well. They want to press well, and in the first 15 minutes they know that if they do this, they are now set for the 90 minutes defensively. At least they know what the formation, how they're going to press, and then now they're suddenly about to take their opponent, right? And that's exactly what they did versus Brazil and versus England as well. And I thought that was like nice to see. And now obviously versus England, I was sure that it's a pattern. It's how they are going to set up. And I think next game, okay, we'll talk about the next game later. But I think Norway, I was really supporting them. Really unfortunate that they did not win. I think England did not create that many chances, and I think that's
Problem.
been a what is the that's been a pattern for them. I think England have been clinical, but they're not really that creative and are taking their chances well. And we'll see versus Argentina, right?
And
And
I
with
think,
Norway, it was really unfortunate. Yeah, go ahead.
uh, like as you said, they're waiting for the first 20-25 minutes. I think it's up to the first hydration break. They're setting things up. I think they have
Mm,
divided this game into 4 quarters. They have come with
yeah,
the American mindset here. They are divided into 4 quarters. The first quarter they are defending, they are setting everything up, and you can see that even Haaland himself is not crossing the half. He is also setting
yeah.
himself up like where to press, what everything is done. And the moment the first hydration break is over, they are like playing some free flowing football, and they scored a brilliant goal by, I cannot pronounce his name. So
Andreas, yeah, the
Shoulder up.
uh,
Andreas.
Shoulder up.
Shoulder,
Sh-
shoulder.
Build it up.
Shelder, yes, what? So he scored a brilliant goal, like unlikely goal, but still brilliant goal. And I think they should have put it to bed with the Sorloth Haaland counter,
Oh
but
my God,
some
Sir
I
Sloth,
mean,
Well,
Sir
I
Sloth.
was
I
fuming, man. I was fuming at that.
I could not believe it, and I know strikers are greedy, but when you have the greatest striker in the world in that
yeah,
position,
No,
I mean Stones
I
did well.
don't think he was being greedy. I just think he was not able to
make
sort
a
No,
his
decision.
moment.
No, that is too
no,
much
I
optimism,
no,
bro.
that
It
was
was
that was very greedy because
like,
no.
Stones did
this is
good,
how you
but
train. I
because
guess
he's a
this is a
lefty,
very
he could have taken one touch
uh,
and passed it to Haaland.
uh,
If it was
uh,
maybe a righty, you would imagine, okay, he's like maybe he's
just
not sure of the
move the
pass,
ball
right?
around the defender.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
But
could have, but I,
that being said, still also after that situation, also Norway created a lot of chances, and they
I
came
think
yeah,
they
to
were
yeah.
the better
very.
team
And
out
when
there.
Nusa and Bob came, like they were
I think
constantly
yeah,
trying to attack.
I think Oscar Bob was like quite disappointing, to be honest. Nusa was good, but Oscar
mm,
Bob, I didn't think
yeah,
he did
this
enough.
was
But
good.
But
then Tuchel made two very good changes, like Spence and Reese. When he put them on the fullback role,
Yeah.
they just
Yeah,
stopped
and
Bob and Nusa.
I did not
So,
understand that
Robert,
Spence coming on for O'Reilly every game. Like if you want that much, why are you not starting Spence? But honestly, he did well. He was pressing
He
well.
was really good. Like
He
he,
brought so much energy, and I think
but
O'Reilly
by the time
starts well.
Tuchel
But
made these
maybe yeah,
changes, the game should have been over. Like
yeah.
yeah.
and of course the
Yeah.
infamous VAR situation, no spike on the ball,
Oh
ball
my
hitting
God.
the ball hitting the
I
cable.
one more
Why,
time that Nico decides another game.
guy? This is rigged.
Yeah,
Yeah. They're
I mean,
why can't you see the trajectory? It is very
yeah,
evident
and
that the ball had a free fall, like the
yeah, and
straight free
honestly, I
fall.
thought that
You were
okay, it's,
getting slippery. Don't
it's
you
a
trust
human
your eyes
mistake.
or what, man?
Yeah, but I did not notice it honestly. But I saw that Highland, Norway goalkeeper and bench were complaining, and VAR
Yeah,
actually had to look at it, and they decided not to overturn it. With Croatia, we saw that with your eyes you cannot say 100% right whether it touched his hair or not. But here with your eyes you can say 100% right.
Yeah.
that it touched something, either a cable or
Hmm.
the spider cam, right? And then in both of this the situation, VAR thinks they have no brain. They just see whether a graph is there or not, and that is the decision for them. They want to take no accountability.
But then
Like could
they
not
are
like
being consistent. Although that is a wrong decision, but they're still being consistent. So, are
I
you
mean, no,
like?
no. I mean,
No, no. I 100% agree. It's a wrong decision. But do you think that this is too early to introduce a system that is not 100% working at the stage which is World Cup?
I mean, you
Yeah.
have to trust your eyes first. You cannot trust the. You
Exactly.
cannot trust Sneeko first, right? You have to trust your eyes first.
I mean,
and they
I've
But
could
I
have
think,
I've seen instances in cricket where the umpire has gone with their eyes instead of the data what is being shown. So, and I think most
yeah.
of the times those were correct decisions. So I think
And
like
I know people laughed at it last time, but I still think we should have something of an umpire's call and anything, right?
like the
You
margin
need
of
to
error.
have
there should
that
be a margin
margin
of
of
error.
error should be there.
Yeah, margin
And
of error.
honestly, what do you guys think about teams moving into like challenges, like instead of VAR microanalyzing every decision, right? Up to last 90 seconds before you score the goal, teams can have like three challenges per half or like full time. The
I
teams will
like
decide. Now it's up to
the
them.
system is there in hockey, like, and it works
Yeah,
very well with
Yeah.
hockey. To be honest, it works very well.
yeah,
And but what that brings is the teams are being honest with their challenges, because if there is not something they're 100% convinced about, they won't appeal, which is basically the
exactly.
point of VAR, which is clear and
Yeah,
obvious.
and VR is taking up so much time,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
yeah,
that has been disappointing. And they introduce bias and mistakes along with it. So if we have challenges, then obviously it's like more limited, and teams are only sure and then they challenge rather than VAR analyzing like everything. Like in
yeah.
Norway, then they would challenge it, right? If Nyland is believing that, or with a penalty, if someone really thinks it's a penalty, right? Then only they will say, okay, no, let's challenge this.
Yeah, no, I think
I
VAR
mean,
should only be designated for offsides, and for other things it should be challenge based.
Yeah, I agree.
Because offsides will be
And
very subjective, and it's a very high chance they will
yeah,
challenge
offsides you
wrong.
cannot like. I
Yeah,
think yeah, I don't think even a striker can say whether he was onside or offside, right,
yeah.
or a defender.
yeah.
It's like so
So
fast. But I think with VAR, it was introduced to reduce referee mistakes and bias. But what it has done is actually increase those, because you are now giving referees 10 times more opportunity to do more mistakes
easily,
and bias, right?
yes.
Because they have to
Yeah.
make more decisions right now. And
Yeah.
earlier the bias was obviously, we have heard it so much, like UEFA Lona, Madrid, with Manu, right? Like
Valid.
they always get these decisions, right? They always get the decisions, and there is a bias versus the big teams and the best teams, right? Because you don't want to go against them. Now you're double checking if Ferguson or the manager or the players are making something up, right? You double check it and you verify. You don't want to make give decisions against them. Now with VAR, that is also happening, because we saw it with Croatia and Portugal, and Argentina versus Switzerland, and now again in this match. And you wonder if it was the opposition team, right, the smaller nations like Norway, Switzerland, and Croatia, whether VAR would give all three of the decisions to them. Maybe one or two you can say okay, but I don't think
Yeah.
all three of them will go to the smaller nations.
Yeah, I think
I
like
mean,
there was instances where there was a previous match, England and Ghana. Well,
Hmm.
I think it was Ghana, the game which England drew in the end. I think Ghana were denied a clear penalty,
No,
and
Oh, it was clear penalty. I
yeah,
mean, he was jumping till his thigh. I mean, that was a clear penalty. I mean, Ghana did not. I mean, that's an issue. I think the bigger teams also complain, and they know
mm,
when to complain. You see, immediately they go towards the referee, right? And I think the issue was he like that. What about the Haaland corner foul? That
I
was
think
a
it was
hold by
foul.
Norway.
I
I
think
think
it
it
was
was
a
yeah,
foul.
it was a clear foul, man. I
It
mean,
was
there
a
was
good.
no two ways about
No,
it.
It
but
was.
if you okay, if you go to any corner goal, right, you will see someone being pushed. I think he flopped. He
This is
threw
your
his
yeah,
arms
Arsenal.
and fell
This
this is
is
down.
your
your
Arsenal
Arsenal
club,
coming
sir.
out.
No,
It
but
was
it's true. If you go
clearly,
to any corner, you will spot one foul.
but
You
it
can
was in the
spot any
build-up.
one foul.
No, it was in the build-up before the ball was being kicked. Alan pushed,
And
so
the
it
thing is
clear.
that
No, no,
foul
that
was
happens every time. Before the ball is being kicked, you see players pushing.
no. I
Huh,
think
but
I
the
And I
think he
referee
flopped.
think
stopped
He
that
threw his
play. No,
hands and fell down.
no, no, I think
uh,
some
the
push
referee
and pull is
stopped that.
okay, but to shove somebody,
The I,
onto the ground, that is not.
I mean that was
That's
not a
something like that.
shove. That was not enough to like
Yeah,
pull
that was
put
not
him
a
Yeah,
down.
shove.
obviously he
And
played it
what
out,
about
but
But
there was
then
another striker or the attacker, England player elbowed him back to his
yeah,
neck. I
yeah.
mean, that was also a penalty then.
The,
Even if you see, there was a goal like, but I could not figure out in the live match But later I got to see that in Twitter, like when Haaland was taking a leap for the header, someone literally elbowed his head and he
No,
fell
no, that
down.
wasn't Haaland. I was saying that there was someone else, and even they was elbowing his back, and the goal was
It was
open.
a
He could have
big
scored.
leap, like big jump,
Yeah,
no? Yeah. Yeah,
that
that
would have
could
been a
have been
penalty, right? And that
that
was
could
even
have
a
been.
bigger shove than what Haaland did.
Mm-hmm.
And the
I
one
think
with
he flopped.
Haaland, I think the reason why VAR cancelled this is because Haaland himself or the player himself, like who was been shoved, they were right
He
at the
flopped.
area,
Yeah, he dived. Yeah, he
right at
dived.
the area. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
I mean, if the ball comes to his area, maybe, but the ball wasn't in his area, and I think that was like, I think that was too
I
soft to
mean that is the
overturn.
case. That is the case of the bigger teams getting favorable treatment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was a 50-50. Yeah.
Yeah. And Abhirup, your thoughts on Noni Madueke, your player?
Oh my God, I shouldn't wear this jersey now. Madueke shouldn't wear this jersey now. You can swap Madueke with speed in that position, and the same performance will be there. He'll hit the ball, run after the ball, like nothing else. I mean, he's so
Oh,
bad, and thank God, Saka. I think Tuchel has managed Saka really well because he was injured. He's bringing up when needed. I think versus Argentina, he might play Saka, and it'll be. I think Saka is really good for England.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and what about Madueke saying Saka thrives when there is no space and he thrives when there is space?
moving like Elon Musk.
Yeah,
He
arey,
should
his
play
name,
football in space,
He's
not
moving
here.
like Elon Musk, man.
And again,
arey, his
as
name.
usual,
Space.
Kane didn't watch our podcast. He just watches some episodes and then switches off.
Con Harry Kane.
Harry Kane.
Yeah,
No,
just nighttime
to be
watch.
honest,
I think,
as we predicted, Kane started dropping back, and I think
Yeah,
at
Yeah.
yeah.
halftime he watched a 5 minute clip of
Yeah, Saka put such a good ball into the box, but Kane, he
not
was
there.
there in not inside the D
Bellingham is
area,
there
not
to
there.
collect, no? So star
Yeah.
boy.
ah, they're swapping positions.
But then
Yeah,
yes, like we must talk about Jude Bellingham. What a tournament he's having. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
potential, like if England go all the way and win it, he should be player of the tournament.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, that is
He's
undisputed,
one of
right?
the best players.
He'll
That
be
should be
Yeah.
undisputed,
Like you
he'll be
can
honestly.
see his
knighted.
heat map, he's everywhere, literally everywhere.
Yeah.
Second half, he dropped deep. He did everything for the team. I
Yeah.
mean, such a nice player, man.
But
Even
then
Even
after
in the
dropping
first
deep, then
goal,
also he scored. Yeah.
yeah, even the first goal, right? I mean, he put in so much work. You see the timing of his run. He sees Gordon in a good passing position, but he doesn't immediately take that run into the final third. He waits for a
Yeah.
bit, takes that run, goes into space and finishes up such a beautifully constructed
but
goal.
a lot of times I saw, like I don't think it's like it was intentionally done by Bellingham. It was just a Norwegian mistake. I think they stopped marking him many times.
Yeah,
Why was Bellingham free? Like at many times I was seeing at the edge of the box, Bellingham was
he
completely
was
empty. No
completely
one.
unmarked. Yeah,
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I
No,
don't think that
I,
was a good
I
game
don't
plan by
think Norway
Norway.
are that good at defending. I think they're good at pressing. They're having good formation. And I honestly think shout out to Odegaard also. I know people are frustrated that sometimes he's wasting possession, losing the ball, but I think it's really important for Norway. They don't have that much possession and they press really well because I see him actually leading the press, whether he wants to up top with Haaland or when he drops deep. That's how Norway are. He decides the intensity of the press. So
and
defensively and offensively, he has been really well.
But now that
and
you have
he is
mentioned
the
Haaland, let me just ask this. Now that you have
yeah,
mentioned
yeah.
Haaland, thoughts on his performance? He was like very underwhelming.
Yeah, I think he was. Honestly, I would also lose the mood after Sloth
So-
making that mistake.
Yeah, perfect name,
I
sloth.
mean, I did shout out that they should not start with Charlotte. I think he's a liability in that position,
He's a liability.
and
Yeah,
he proved likewise. I
yeah,
mean, what a fluff, man. Stones did good to cut the passing lanes to some extent, but to not even attempt to do that ball, that
yeah,
is mind-boggling.
Like
yeah.
like 9 out of 10 times 2v1 is a goal. I feel like if not 9, 8 out of 10 times two v
10 by
one is
10
a
if you
goal.
pass to Haaland in that position.
Yeah,
Ah, yeah,
100%.
true, true. But how can you like it's just a brain fade moment, man? Either
Yeah,
brain fade or Like he became greedy. I don't
No, it's
understand.
it's it's the World Cup. It's like everyone wants a goal there. So,
Yeah,
but he should
I think
understand
it's
his technical limitations.
exactly.
yeah.
No, I
But
think you can play a strike. I think it's you play a striker in the right wing, and this is the
That's what
downside.
happened. That
That's
is
what
what is going to
happens.
happen.
And the
Yeah.
thing is, he's also really slow. So as a
sloth,
right winger, is just not
Yeah,
working out.
yeah.
sir, sloth.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
before we
I
move to the
mean,
next match, I have a question for Siddharth Bastia.
yeah.
The after match comments by Jude, where Tuchel said that they were not good enough, the England were not playing well. Where Jude said he should come and play. It is not easy to play against Norway. So is it? Do you think it's good for a player of Jude's stature, someone who commands respect within the English team, to come and say to the media that the manager should come and play before saying that about us? Is it not a
Before
case of?
Bastia says anything, it's the
Yeah.
media's fault. English media does not want England to win.
No, I
Then they
mean,
have no articles to
I
write.
mean,
They
I
like
mean,
to stir
as
up. They like to stir up
Yeah,
these
they like
as
to
tensions
stir up
always.
this.
as much as it
They
is
want the TRP.
media's fault, like as the position at Jude's in, he should say that yeah, maybe if the manager thinks we would do better or something like that.
No,
Like
but I
I think
think
he's
both
just
were right. I think Tuchel is expecting more from England and they
yeah.
should play better. And I think Bellingham is right after you have played like such a
120
difficult
minutes
I
of
tournament.
That's
thrilling.
what,
Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
yeah, that's
And
what I was
obviously you don't
coming to.
want to hear like, you played really bad.
Like a team like Norway is giving you 2-2
Yeah.
competition, so that is mentally also tiring.
This
Physically,
is
so it is
the
tiring. Yeah.
journalist's fault,
So
honestly.
obviously,
I think
we cannot
But
expect
but
players always to get moral high ground. Yeah.
no, that is there. But then, do you expect this thing to be? If something similar happens with Mourinho, do you think Mourinho will keep playing
Yeah,
Bellingham, or will
yeah,
he
he
bench him?
will. Yeah,
Yeah,
he
I,
will.
I
I,
think
Because
I don't
yeah.
know.
Mourinho is very good at handling egos, right? So he will not mind benching Bellingham for one match to show who's the boss.
But
And I
then
think
Tuchel
Moreno
was
will
supposed
strike out
to
the
bench
journalist.
Bellingham. I think also like it's in the year leading up to the World Cup, there hasn't been like proper what do you say, the relationship between Bellingham and Tuchel has been a bit frosty. I just think
yeah.
like I don't know, Tuchel, he's a bit weird, but he also commands respect within
He's
the dressing.
German. It's
He's
expected.
German, and then the way he has his own whims and he tries to stir up. I don't know if he wants to stir up Bellingham by saying all these things, or it's just that
To
he.
be fair, he did not say
No, but
anything
it was
about
a generic
Bellingham.
statement for
Yeah,
England, right?
he.
Yeah. It
Exactly.
was a
Yeah.
generic. It was a generic
Yeah, it
statement.
was
No,
a generic
obviously a
statement
manager
to.
wants to see his team play better.
And no
No, no.
manager wants to see his team win in extra time. They want it done
Yeah.
in 90 minutes.
I think Bellingham could have definitely worded it better. I
Yes, for
mean, just
sure.
to say, कि,
Yeah,
yeah, come and
Uh,
play.
yeah,
That's
so
obviously not the right way to go about it. I mean, I get his stance. I mean, he's like this, team leader, players leader, taking the player side and all.
Yeah.
But he could have definitely worded it better.
yeah.
And
No,
yeah, I
after
think
yeah,
to
after
blow it out of proportions, yeah, English media is
I mean,
definitely at
yeah,
fault
yeah,
there.
English
yeah.
media they
The
don't want the
worst
team
media.
to win. They don't.
Anyway, let's move to the next match, which is rigged. Yeah, the rigged match
Again, big
where
match.
yep. So Argentina 3-1 Switzerland. Another disastrous performance by Argentina.
I
Barely
Yeah.
changed my
managed to win it.
Argentina jersey for
But
that match. It was
at
doing
least
great.
other players stepped up. At least.
Yeah, the others players
Yeah.
stepped up, but they can. Why are they not stepping up within 90 minutes? That is my question.
So I
Alvarez
think
had to have a
Argentina
stinker for
are
90 minutes to step up.
yeah, I think Argentina are kings of extra time. They have been there so many times. They know how to manage those 30 minutes at that end.
But they are
But
killing
they should
themselves.
start managing the 90 minutes first.
Yeah, they're killing themselves. Every match I'm seeing three or
Yeah.
four Argentina players suffering from cramps, injuries. That
Yeah.
is not
Yeah.
like sustainable for an entire World Cup because every 3 days you have a match. So
Yeah.
Well,
if
their players are saying they will kill themselves for Messi, so they are literally killing themselves.
They
and
will,
How
if they
about
kill
scoring or
themselves,
assisting
they
in the
will
90
yeah,
minutes?
literally
if they
go
just
on
scored or
strikers.
assisted, it would have been easier for them and Messi as well.
I think the red
No.
card also changed the momentum, as you can see
Yeah.
from here, because up until then, Switzerland were like the pace on the wings from on
Yeah.
the Switzerland team. They were like really causing problems for we have all talking about Argentina's fullbacks, right? Who
Hmm.
are like really substandard at this point. So they were really causing problems, and I think Martinez had a good game, and also both Lisandro and Dibu both had good games, and That was the reason why they were all in the game at 1-1, and then suddenly moment of madness from Embolo, right? That was the
Yeah.
worst
Yeah,
simulation
yeah,
I've
yeah.
ever seen.
No,
Complete
your thoughts on
unnecessary.
that situation. Like I think like as unfair as that system may sound, but it was the correct decision. It was a mistaken identity in which the rule is to give the yellow card to the other player if it is
Yeah.
Yeah.
if it is
You've
checked, and
already given.
that was a blatant dive. Like what was he thinking when he's on a yellow
Why
card?
was he crying?
Well, exactly. Why was he trying to dive there? It's not even in the box where he would have gotten a penalty or
Yeah.
And
something.
the game was under their control also. No? It's not like they
No,
were
he
losing
wanted
by
to
3-0.
wanted to give Argentine player a yellow card, right? That's why he was
Yeah, but then
diving
I
in.
mean,
And especially Parrots, because Parrots was very good defensively.
Yeah,
Like
he's
with the
been their best
interception and the
midfielder,
block,
to be honest.
Parrots was doing well. Maybe the passes were sloppy, but defensively Parrots was very good.
but aren't like Messi like now that I'm seeing the lineup, Messi is I think the man of the match for every Argentina match now.
It is a fan voted thing, man. I think
Yeah, it's
it's a
fan poll.
fan voted thing.
Is it?
Yeah, yeah,
No,
it's
but
fan
did he?
Yeah,
poll.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
Yeah,
it's
it's
fan
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 poll.
voted.
poll.
Did he
Ronaldo
win
has
the?
won man
Oh,
of the match in one or
It's
two
fan
matches.
polled. It's fan polled. Yeah.
oh,
But
that is
where
why.
Ronaldo
But
did
then
not
no,
score goal,
no,
he
that is
became
the
man of the match.
FIFA one. But this foot mob rating is not fan voted. This is
What,
what
what?
No, no,
I think
football
it's just
rating
Foot-
obviously because
Just pull up the
He
stats,
had
no?
an assist.
mm,
Yeah.
Just
Messi
pull up
had
the
an
stats
assist,
and see
but
what.
good
then
And
good
Ma-
passing and
that corner one, right? Yeah.
yeah, to
assist, good
McAllister.
passing, some dribbles. So over 120 minutes, he was obviously the best, but others obviously stepped up, right?
As you can see
Alvarez
in the
and all.
lineup, there are two yellows for Argentina and both are fullbacks.
Mm.
Molina, did Molina get a hair yellow? I don't quite
No,
see
he
No,
that.
he
didn't.
meant
no,
yellow
no,
rating.
rating.
Okay, sorry.
I meant the
Because
rating.
Molina and Montiel, both are right backs. Both are horrible. Like it is excruciating to see them play. Like they have nothing. They don't have pace. They don't
They
have
don't.
creativity. They don't know how to overlap. They don't know how to play
I
centrally.
mean, yeah,
Nothing is from their side.
yeah. I think
Completely non-existent
yeah.
right
If
side
a
of.
team doesn't have pace, you would imagine they are maybe creative or have
Yeah,
able to keep a lot of the ball. They have nothing. They don't want
Tagliafico at
possession.
least has
They
defense.
can't keep possession. They can't run
Tagliafico
through
is
the
good at
channels.
those
They
cutbacks
can't
and
play
all, but
centrally.
Molina doesn't have any such
They
characteristics.
they
Molina
are
and
Garbage.
his other substitute Montiel.
they
The
are all
only
Manu
thing
coded.
Montiel can celebrate his entire life is that final penalty. I
But I
guess.
think Paredes has been really good.
Yeah,
I think
he
he's
has
their
been the
best
best
midfielder
midfielder. Yeah.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
probably one of their best players.
And I am once again like dissatisfied with their midfield. Very one
Yeah,
dimensional, no creation, nothing.
yeah.
So anyway, so it was not a nice match to watch anyway. Like it was not pleasant for the viewer, no matter how good. Like even if
Only
you
in the
were,
end it was exciting.
yeah,
Otherwise, it was really
even if you
boring.
were supporting Switzerland, I don't think anyone's like enjoyed watching that match because it was
Yeah.
a lot of like it was just a battle of bastards.
By the way, Zaka lost the ball from which Argentina scored their third as expected.
And
Even by then the game was anyway killed, but
Yeah,
No, no,
okay.
as expected. He's
just
so
to state
slow. He's
one
like a
thing,
Hulk playing football. He always loses the ball or gets a red card. I really dislike him. He's too
Alvarez
just to
slow.
finally
state,
scored.
Yeah,
yeah,
Yeah.
finally.
Alvarez's goal was so good, man. It was
That is
like
his
finally he broke the deadlock.
that is his
His deadlock.
shooting range, right? I've seen him score that same goal so
Yeah.
many times.
Yeah.
He likes to curl those up from the edge of the box or so.
And
Classic Coutinho.
it was the extra time, so nobody was like pressing him as well. Everyone was
Yeah.
tired,
Hmm.
so
I think
he
at
got
this point
space.
Barcelona should drop like 250 million, pull four levers, and
And I think that's the thing with Alvarez. Even in that goal, you saw he was on the left because
yeah.
Martinez was playing up top, right? And
Hmm.
I think Alvarez thrives in that position. When Argentina have started him or only dropped Dibu to play Alvarez, I think he has struggled to score because he has always played as a second striker in Manchester City and mostly for Atletico, right? I think I don't think he's a solo like lone striker. I don't think it works with Alvarez.
And
worst
and if
worst
I
number
can
of players, second
if I
striker.
can say one thing, where like the thing you were discussing that Alvarez was not being pressed, but so if you can remember what just transpired before the goal, that Lopez guy who was substituted, he was in the box and he took the ball to the corner line just to draw two defenders with him. So then he passed the ball from there to Alvarez, who like where Alvarez was unmarked. So that kind of also worked because he drew 2 to 3 defenders with him. So Alvarez was completely unchecked. So
No,
that kind
because
of had
I think that was nothing special because
nothing special. It's a
Switzerland
very
because
routine.
Switzerland were expecting a cross because
10
that's
men
what.
also.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. It
10
was
men. So
they were
They were
expecting that kind of thing. Yeah.
they were
and
also 10 men also.
10 men
Anyway,
and
there were 10 men defending at the back also. So I
yeah.
think it's not.
So the way Alvarez scored, like I think I don't know the XG of that shot, but it is very unlikely to score from that position. So
Yeah.
Yeah,
at that time, I think
fantastic.
Switzerland were willing to take that risk. They were more focused on blocking passes into the ball than having someone
Hmm.
like blocking someone from taking a shot from outside of the box. That
Mm.
being said, I think Argentina are in big trouble against England. But yeah, let's move
Very
on
big
to our
trouble.
previews now and analyze the
Preview,
semi-finals.
Just
preview,
Let's start
preview
with
में
this
बोलना.
one. Let's start with this one.
just one line for Argentina. The devout Argentina supporter in me still thinks they might be saving the best game for the semis and
No, no, no,
final.
no, 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 no. If they win the World Cup or versus no, no. Let's start with Argentina. We are on them, right?
Okay.
Yeah, good segue, good segue.
So I think if no, I think if they win the World Cup by any chance, it'll be scrappy games. Messi playing really well, maybe penalty shootout, extra time. There is no way they will dominate England and then France. And I think Saka, Gordon, and even Madueke will be too much for their defenders.
Yeah, nah, nah. This is
Nah, nah, nah.
No, 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 no. They will.
this is a
Even Madueke will be too
overstatement.
much. No, no,
This
no.
is an
Even Madueke will be
overstatement.
too much.
No, but then if
Tagliafico,
you,
he
yeah, yeah. If
Saka, I can agree. Madueke, he was losing
I,
balls. He's
bro,
having a very worst
brother,
first touch.
brother,
I
it
guess.
seems like you didn't watch the last match because the way this Embolo guy who diving dolphin was trying to score, I think Embolo was very close to scoring in that match as well. So
yeah,
I don't think you
Yeah.
are putting but like Madueke does not need brain to beat Argentina. As you can see, all of their players are like only brainless running donkeys. So if
yeah,
Madueke can and Madueke is speed, glorified speed, so he can hit the ball long and just run.
yeah.
So
He can understand.
he might not
Well,
score,
so-
but he will be a threat for sure. And I
Yeah,
think
Yeah,
he'll
he'll
be a
create
threat
some
for sure.
chances. Yeah, he'll put in
But
a few crosses for Harry.
I think
But I
Saka
guess
might
Saka
start,
will be starting.
Yeah,
and I think
I
Saka
think
will definitely eat up that left side, the
I mean,
Tagliafico
even
side.
Gordon as well, right? Gordon has a really
Yeah,
good work
Gordon
rate.
on
So I
the
Gordon
think
will
left will
feast with
obviously. Yeah.
those
no,
school level
No, but I
right back.
think look, Gordon has done well, but I think Saka is England's
yeah,
best winger, and
yeah,
he is
yeah,
their most creative player.
yeah,
I think he will
Gordon,
create again more chances, and he'll
Gordon
get in the
is
D area. Hopefully, Kane is near the goalkeeper and
yeah.
not again dropping deep and letting Jude go.
but that
But
being said, I think I don't see like Argentina. I cannot think of any way in which Argentina are winning against England unless they have like this scrappy fight where it is just
yeah,
Argentina defending, playing counters or something, and then I don't know. I don't see this, and even if Argentina win, I don't see this ending in any way other than penalties.
yeah. I think it'll be tough on if Messi produces something, Alvarez produces
No,
something.
the thing is, Messi, even if Messi produces something, their defense is not good enough to defend that something.
No, but
If
you're forgetting that England, other than Saka, I don't think they're creative.
yeah.
They are not even able to keep possession of the ball for that long. Maybe versus Argentina midfield, they will be able to. I think Rice is anyway injured.
No,
I
I
don't
think
think they have.
I think the only thing good about this Argentina midfield is the way they hold possession. I think they will be
They
able to
also
keep
press.
possession.
No, they press like dogs.
And the
I
thing with
think England. Go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, no, I think like with the Argentina midfield, it is like with when Paredes has come into the team, they have been able to hold possession, but they're not doing anything with that possession. That's
Yeah.
I think that is a bigger problem.
that is the lack of creativity in that entire midfield.
Creativity. I think there are like all four of those midfielders are flat out central midfielders. So
Exactly.
yeah.
where
Yeah,
is
I
that
think
creativity?
That's why Messi had to come to central midfielder role in Switzerland
But
game. No,
but then that is also
just
like
to have
quite
some
predictable.
creativity.
That is also quite predictable for opponents now. They just man mark like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
two people mark
yeah,
Messi and it's
definitely.
over. Like as much as
Yeah.
he can produce a moment of brilliance, he's not gonna do it at 39 years of age regularly, like constantly
Yeah.
5 times in a
yeah.
match. So of course there can be an odd chance where Messi does something brilliant and they score something, but I don't see this Argentine team like
Yeah.
playing better football
And
than England.
England defend really well, and
No,
like they defend really well as a team versus Mexico with 10 men. And I think, especially, I feel like because a lot of these players play in the Premier League, they're just used to holding leads and defending really well as a team. I mean, they look so well drilled, almost like a club team while defending, like off the ball, right? I think the only downside with England is they're not that creative and they're not able to hold possession of the ball really well. They would like to have someone like Rabiot or Pedri can really take this team into a much better level because I think other than Saka, they failed to create much chances also.
That being said, like, would you make any changes to any of these lineups for
Saka.
like Saka for
I
Madueke
Yeah,
think
for
with
and
that's a direct.
England,
Argentina unchanged?
I think Argentina would be unchanged, but England might place
Reece James, no?
Yeah,
Reece
Reese will
James will
come
be
in.
for
Then
concept.
Konsa will play either in
Why
place of.
waste one sub?
No, I think Konsa starts. Konsa
Oh,
starts.
right. Yeah, Konsa
Yeah,
starts, right?
Konsa starts in place of Stones or Gori,
Reece
either one
James
of them,
comes in.
and Reese comes
Yeah,
right back.
So you're
Or,
saying Reese comes in around 60-70 minutes because that is what
or
he's fit
maybe
for.
like if Rice is not fit to start, then Reese will start in midfield. So it depends.
Do they have no one else in midfield?
I don't think Tuchel trusts Menu. Only United fans trust
Uh,
Menu. So
Is he in the squad? Kobe Manu?
he's in the squad. He's
yes.
Oh,
yes, he is.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
Maybe
because
Jordan Henderson will start
Hey,
no,
with
he
instead
is
of Rice.
and is
I
no,
know
Elbow,
with his
elbow.
trap.
he was
He is so
Tata.
performative.
he was practicing. He was passing balls with broken hand against Norway.
because
Performative.
even in last match when you mentioned about the period when
Jordan
Rice
Henderson
went
is the
out,
puppy of England team.
he's a
You know,
mascot.
just like Arsenal have a
Mascot.
dog in their training. Jordan Henderson is
He
that
has
puppy.
come to like make the atmosphere better. Passion merchant.
No, as I was mentioning, as Abhirup mentioned previously in the match against Norway, when Rice went off, England's midfield was like empty, right? And then even then, instead of subbing in Menu, Tuchel subbed in Reese, and Reese was playing in midfield. And later
Yeah.
on, he
Yes,
subbed because the Norway wingers were getting a lot of space and they were dribbling and they were very attacking. He put Reese in right back and Spence at left back. So I think even without Rice, he probably trusts Reese more than any of the other midfielders. I think only Henderson and Menu are there in midfield. He hasn't taken Morton or anyone else. So I
I
don't
don't
know.
think Eze will start.
No, I don't think Eze is a
So I
starting.
Like
think
he
Reece
also
James
put
probably.
Rogers, right?
He has Morgan Rogers.
But in
Yeah, he has
Morgan
also
Rogers, it's more of
subbed in
like,
Morgan Rogers in the last match.
but I don't think
No,
Morgan
but
starts
yeah,
in
because
3-30.
if you start Morgan Rogers, then Bellingham goes deep, and you don't want to do that
Yeah.
Yeah.
because in the last game we saw England performing worse when Bellingham went deep and Eze came up into his position.
So it depends a lot on Rice fitness whether Reese plays in
No, I
midfield
don't. I don't think Rice
or full back.
starts. There's no
Yeah.
point. He was terrible first half. He's really struggling.
But I think
Maybe
like
Saka starts.
this game is going to be very very boring,
So
and
guys, so at that point, yes, predictions.
I think it's going to be 1-1, and then it goes to extra time, and England nudge Argentina.
So before
In-
penalties or on penalties?
No, I think extra time would be where England again
2-1 extra
either
time. Okay.
Kane or Bellingham score and England win 2-1. That's
Gora?
what.
Like staying with Chiru on this, it will be 2-2 in the final time, in the final 90. And Argentina, like just the bias speaking, Argentina might sneak 3-2.
So you're
In
saying
the
before penalties as well.
Yeah, penalties. I don't think that like there might be a possibility on the penalties because, but the fan in me just don't want that scenario. Extra time I can handle, but not the penalties.
I
Bastia?
think Argentina will collapse on the field if it goes to extra time again. They will collapse. England will eat them. Like in
Okay,
extra time, England might score three.
multiple stretches on the field.
Bastia, your prediction?
3-1 England. Bellingham scores a brace, Kane scores a goal.
Why not hat trick? When are we seeing a Bellingham hat trick?
Not
Then
trying
Kane
to
gives
jinx
him
it.
the penalty ball.
Not trying to jinx it too much.
Abhirup?
I think 3-1 also. I think Messi will have a pity goal. 3-1 to England.
Yes,
I
3-1 for me as well.
I think it will be 1-1 or something till 90 minutes, and I think it goes to penalties, and then I cannot predict. I think it's gonna be decided
Penalties,
on
Argentina
penalties.
win 100%. If it goes to penalty, Argentina win
They have
100%.
deep.
Yes.
Then I'll be
I
very
agree.
happy because I don't want it to come home. So yeah, I think I
But
think
I'm
it goes to
happy with,
penalties.
I
I'm
think
happy
I think
with
all of you hate England, right? Well, not
Yeah,
hate,
I
but
no,
don't want them
I
to
don't.
win.
I'm supporting England this World Cup. So
I just
The
don't
Indian
like.
in me can't just support England, even if they have
Yeah,
four Arsenal players. The Indian
yeah,
in me just can't. I
I cannot
cannot.
as
Like
well.
I thought I will support them this World Cup because they have four Arsenal players. But the moment I turn on the TV, I'm supporting the other team. Whereas the DR
Yeah.
Congo, Norway, anyone I'll support before.
And another thing, there are no Liverpool players as well, so I have no owners to support England, and of course, the Indian in me cannot support those colonizers.
The Indian.
Yeah.
Modi ji would be very proud.
but the good thing is that like both the semifinals will come to the other one. It has a
Yeah,
lot of historical significance, like Argentina and England with the
Yeah,
Maradona goal,
Maradona. Yeah,
Azteca, and then
Yeah,
also I
100%.
think, they mentioned something about Falklands. I don't know the history correctly, but yeah. And again, Spain and France, there is this rivalry about who is the better European
Colonial.
European team.
footballing nation. Like
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know.
sorry. I said who is the better colonialist?
I'm also not surprised that this is only Spain's second semi-final, and they've only like ever reached the semi-final once before this, and which is the time they won the World
yeah.
Cup.
Now that
So
we have started on France and Spain, what do you think of this game? This game is like the marquee semi-final.
this is my favorite game of the World Cup.
Yeah, I think it should be the best game of the World Cup.
no, no, it will be
The
a boring
issue
game.
with
Knowing
Spain
I
is
I
Spain,
also I also agree it would be
boring game.
boring.
Boring game.
yeah, the issue with
Spain do
Spain
not
is
want a exciting game.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
The
Wait.
issue with Spain
I
is
need
that
to credit
everyone
this
treats
is
their game as the most exciting game, and they bore you to hell with
no.
their
This time
possession
it
game.
will be different. I'm
Yeah,
predicting
I
this
am
will be a
also
very
hoping.
high scoring
No,
encounter. We'll come to the predictions later, but this is going to be similar to the Nations League game which they had. Might not
no,
be
no chance.
5-2,
Because you know
but
what? Because even if France score first, Spain will bore us.
it,
They take the lead, they bore us. France takes the lead, they bore us. They will bring on Merino in the 80th minute and hope he scores. I don't think it will be an exciting game. It will be boring. And I think
you are underestimating Pedri. Pedri is going to score a screamer, 30 yards,
own
long
goal.
shot.
goal of the World Cup.
Pedri is not that deep to be honest to score a own goal.
That's
He
what
just
she said.
overs.
We'll Yamal will listen to Gora and score a curler. Just do it.
Yeah.
Just fucking score a curler, man. Take
Don't
take
take
from the
pressure.
side of Didier and score a curler. Khatam.
Come on. No, like tactically analyzing, I think it would be it should be a boring match because Spain, what will they do?
Yeah,
They'll just keep the ball.
Yeah.
like both teams are technically good. Like it's not like if
Yeah, but then the playing style, even if they're
yeah, yeah,
tactically
yeah,
good, their
yeah.
playing
True.
styles are like that. One will only prefer holding the ball, and they, of
Yeah.
course,
Yeah.
Spain is not like they're gonna keep passing among themselves in their half, but they're gonna move ahead. But every time they try to go near the French box and they see like four defenders standing there, they're gonna pass back to
Yeah.
the midfield. It's gonna rotate through Pedri or Fabian Ruiz, whoever
I
plays to
think,
Rodri.
Rodri.
yeah.
It will
But I
keep
think
going from wing to
Ruiz
wing.
will start, I guess. Ruiz will start.
Should start better player.
Yeah, yeah.
I think
The
if,
Pedri
if
better.
Spain start again with the sideways ball possession, they will lose 100% because they have not yet considered first, I think, in the World Cup, or have they?
Not
No, no,
Just
no.
one
no.
game, maybe.
Against Belgium, they considered their first goal only.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
first goal. So they have
that broke the
considered
wall.
really less, right? I think because, but I think France will definitely, if they just keep this possession thing, right, just pass sideways, there is no way Olise, Mbappé, Dembele again are not scoring. They will score like two
No,
goals
this
minimum.
time I feel Deschamps will have his harambol genes on. Remember
He
how?
has, he has, he has.
Yeah, it's
But
surprising that he
He
but
was
when
playing.
you say harambol, how do you play harambol against Spain?
No, you just sit back,
counter.
just
Yeah,
counter, sit back and counter.
they
Low
counter.
block. Low
I
block,
No,
what are you?
I might think that Barcola starts in place of Due just to provide those pace on the wings. Sit back and counter, and you know that you having Olise, Mbappe, Dembele, you are going to you have more
Yeah.
chances of scoring bangers. So
but then if you play harambol, do you think Dembele, Olise, and Due like those three
No,
need
it's
to
not
go?
haram ball. See what I think what will happen is Spain will keep majority of the ball and distance will also prefer it that way. And it's not like they'll park the bus. They will obviously. I don't. I mean, I would be surprised if Barcola starts. I think they
Yeah,
will
same.
start.
Due has
And
done a lot to not start.
yeah, exactly. And I think obviously they'll attack really well on the counter. Well, they'll also create decent chances. Have like some moments in the game where they have more chances. momentum. But if Spain again, I think it'll have to be a huge game by Rodri and the defense to to stand any chance.
But
I
you can trust the defense because both the like the
They
Saliba.
haven't been tested.
No, but I
Oh
think
no, in
Kovacic and
France defense.
Laporte, like both the
Hmm.
center backs on either side, have been easily the
yeah.
best center back duos in the World Cup.
They haven't been tested, I would
Yeah.
say, in this World Cup.
And I think
Yeah,
in
yeah. I
this,
was coming to that, but this is the real
Yeah.
test for my favorite defensive duo in this World Cup.
but I think this is the match that we finally see Olise's brilliance, because these are the kind of
Yeah,
Yeah.
matches where Olise
they
will
need
shine.
line breaking
Because
passes.
other matches everyone is just running through, so you don't see the contribution
Yeah.
Olise is making because he's not on the assist or the scoring charts. But I think this is the kind of match which is built for Olise. He will be dictating a lot of things, and if he finds that incisive pass to Dembele
It'll be
or
curious to
Mbappe,
see, yeah, how Rodri, no, because Rodri will be the one to mark Olise majorly. It'll be curious to see how that matchup goes.
I think Rodri is past, like, not at the level he was after his injury. So I think
But he's
Olise
still
will.
good. But he's
Yeah,
still
he's
Yeah,
good.
still
still,
He
I
played
think
really
and
well versus
he's,
Belgium.
I think
he's
Spain's
still
best
good.
Just,
player. Yeah.
He's still
just
really
show
good, but I
the
think
heat map
Olise
of
will.
Rodri from the last match. No, he was everywhere.
Yeah, he's
Mm.
Spain's best player.
Yeah.
Best DM in the world. What do you feel, Abhirup?
As of now, yeah, like I
No
kind of
praise.
find him a good successor of Busquets.
Rodri was everywhere last match.
What
Yes.
I
Yeah,
find interesting
that's
is, unlike Busquets, I'm not saying he's better or anything. Unlike Busquets, another player from this position, Rodri is so physical
Hmm.
Yes.
and
But
he's able to
he
contribute so
also
much
got that pass
defensively.
in him also. No, like the Busquets used to pass very with a flair, like the line breaking passes. Rodri also has got that. It's not
Yeah.
like Rodri does not have that passing sense.
That's why
But
we
he
have
was
seen him play really well in the
initially
Premier
not
League.
this kind of
Mhm.
player, right? When he joined City, Pep used to criticize him, saying like he's not. He turns like a truck, and then he's not very incisive with his passing.
So
But
because yeah, I heard this thing that Pep hates players who turn.
yeah,
He
maybe.
Walker was saying is he hates, and especially if because you are wasting seconds, you are just much better at running in that direction, right? He wants everyone to pass the ball forward, and because Rodri is so slow, he would hate it so much because Rodri is turning and lose possession, right?
Yeah, it's hard
And
for
So
yeah,
he
me.
I'm
has helped
also
Rodri become the best GM also.
and I am also looking forward to almost scoring goals because it's high time almost should take the shots. It's and not only do the role of playmaker.
I mean,
Like
it
he
won't
has a
happen
very good
versus France,
shooting
right?
ability.
No, I think he was taking shots, right? So if you see in the
Yeah,
last match,
No,
Rui
like it
scored
was
from his
getting
rebound only, the
intercepted at
first
some
goal.
point, but he can do better. Like he has that in him.
I think he's doing his job, just running behind
yeah,
the
and
lines
I
with
don't think
Because,
space.
they'll
because
change
He's
France
Pep
will
dominating.
have to
versus
do a lot.
yeah.
Will have to do a
Thoughts
lot more.
on Kukurea versus Dembele.
Dembele, I don't think is having that good a World Cup. I don't think that's the main matchup.
And he is
It'll be
scoring
much
goals.
I
better to
mean,
see Olise versus
Cucurella likes
Rodri.
to push up very high. I think
Yeah,
that's where Dembele can
but
hit him on
Kukurea
the
is not
counter attack.
great defensively. So I
And
No, no,
mean,
Dembele
I
is
think
very
he's
good
good.
dribbling wise.
He's good
That
defensively in the
matchup will
sense like
be
he's a very good lockdown defender. If you tell him
Yeah,
to just lock down one attacker, he has shown many times. Like I
but then that would not work against France because they keep changing
yes,
positions.
that
Olise is
might
sometimes
work.
on the left. Oh, sorry, on the
But
right.
then I remember a lot of the encounters Cucurella has with these great wingers like Saka Cucurella is a very good matchup. Olise Cucurella was good. So again against Yamal also he shut Yamal up properly. So I don't know like Cucurella if he pushes up too high, so that can be a area where France exploit because of their
yeah, that's
options. They can get in behind and so on. But should be a good game. I think the two teams have been the best overall teams in the World Cup. So I'm expecting a really good game. And
Yeah.
yeah. I'm
Also,
expecting a banger game.
even out match kind of.
I think it'll be a boring game. I'll be surprised if
Yeah,
it's
boring so
really
it will
a
be.
banger.
Okay, now
Also, I saw a stat
Hopefully they
that
prove us wrong. Hopefully they prove us wrong with a good
yeah,
end-to-end game.
hopefully, yeah. I
But
saw a
yeah,
stat that most chances are being created in counter attacks where strikers are running through that channels, not with width. So between the central defender and fullback, and this is something unusual compared to previous World Cups. So I think, and I think Ubers and Laporte are both slow.
hmm,
So if Mbappe, Dembele can I think they'll use this sort of attack definitely.
Anyway, so now it's time for predictions. Chiru, let's start with you.
I'm going for a high scoring game. It is going to be 3-2 to France.
Gora,
Yeah, 2-1 to Spain.
2-1 Spain. Bastia,
Just a bias.
I think France strike early, and that makes it a good end-to-end game. 3-1 France.
Abhirup,
1-0 France.
1-0. That's brave.
And both the matches feels like
Miguel Merino would be so disappointed at this prediction.
Hey,
I
like
think,
both the matches feels like Madrid Barcelona or what?
no.
Like
Some
both,
semblance, yes.
Why do you think Madrid Barcelona?
like from the perspective of fans, it's Madrid Barcelona because of
No, some
Bellingham.
star players are here and there, right? And Gora has a habit of doing
Argentina
that.
does not have any. They have a potential star player and an ex-star player. They have in Argentina.
Bora wants a Spain Argentina final and both of them lifting the
Yes.
trophy together.
Win-win for him.
Pratik Patnaik's dream.
Win-win.
Pratik Patnaik's
Barcelona
dream.
jet. No, Ajax Barcelona jet.
No,
Pratik Patnaik's dream. No?
for my prediction, I think there are two ways it can go. If France start scoring, I don't think Spain find a way back at all. If France take the lead 1-0, 2-1, whatever, 2-0, whatever, if they get a lead, it's over for Spain. And if Spain can hold on and take the lead somehow, I think France will come back, but still, at the end, Spain win. So I think whoever scores the first goal wins the match, in my opinion.
So 1-0.
No, not 1-0. Like I cannot predict the final scoreline, but whoever scores the first goal will win the match is my prediction. So, yeah. So that being said, we have analyzed everything, the coming semi-finals as well. Good matches. This is the first time we have 1, 2, 3, 4 in a semi-final in a World Cup. So
Yeah,
that is
top
that
six.
Yeah.
is really
Yeah.
good. This World Cup just
1v4,
keeps
2v3.
delivering. Yeah, this World Cup keeps delivering, and I am actually a bit sad that it is coming to end. Only
Yeah.
3 more matches,
Only
like
3
4.
matches.
And then we
Yeah.
Third place
will
if you
come back
count
to
third
the
place.
usual
Oh
depression
my
period,
god.
right? Our clubs fuck our mood.
And all the Premier League top clubs playing like Spain. Just possession,
Yeah, Premier
sideways,
League
just
Premier League football
suffocating
is so
the
boring.
fans and yeah, slow boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was the 4th episode of No Ball Podcast. Please like, share, and subscribe our podcast if you like our views. We'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.
Bye bye.